Okay, this is a review of the Maxpedition 3x5 notebook cover. It gets its name from the fact that it is 3 wide and 5 long. Okay, on the front here we have some Velcro. We can add a patch, a insignia or an ID patch or whatever to put on. On the back we have slots for putting pens, pencils, flashlights, whatever you can fit in here. On the inside we have 2 pockets. These are for notebooks, and so in this case I've got a Write in the Rain notebook pad, and this fits in really well. So we can either insert the back in and have it so we can work with it, or we can insert the whole notepad in. Okay, and we can do that on both sides here. We also have some retention loops here where you could put extra stuff in. You could put extra pens, a small multi-tool or a knife, whatever you could really fit in there. One of the things nice in here is that because of the material, you can bulge it out, so if you do have a number of items in, you can really squash it in and still zip it up around the side. If we look at the one that I carry, if we go to the back first, you can see the pens that I have in here. Again, these are very thin on the side, so you'll be limited what you can carry. I found that I can hold a Fisher Space Pen Slim. It's a really good fit in there. That actually frees up these other 2 larger slots. So in this case I've got a Sharpie fine point, and you can even fit in a 4/7 pre-on too. Just be aware that if you do that, it does bulge out in the end, and it will rub and may come through the material. You may want to tape it or something, or swap to the pockets. I actually don't carry this because I've had problems with the tail cap inadvertently coming on, so I had to switch to a twist UI. Given I've got a notepad in one hand, trying to do a twist UI on that, it doesn't become practical. So I've swapped to this, and I really quite like it a lot. It's a Streamlight Micro Stream, which is a simple on-off UI. It sits in there really nicely. And in this corner I've just got a pencil with some tape, and that's just to help get it out. And just to note that if the pencil or anything does get into the pocket, you will have a very hard time getting it out. Something you won't be doing on the road, that's for sure. On the inside I have 2 notepads. So this is the one going to write all details. This is one I'm required to carry, don't use it that often, so it sits in the pocket. The reason I have it in the pocket is so when I open the pad, the pages don't fall out. It's better if it's in this pocket here. I don't keep anything behind the notepad. You could put some items in there, just because there's pens and stuff in there, and if it's too much it could actually damage whatever's behind it. I do carry, occasionally instead of taking a wallet, I'll put ID, maybe driver's license, perhaps a bank card or a credit card in here. I'm not worried about it because there's a notepad behind here. It's not going to potentially crack anything in there. You can put other things in there. You could put some clear plastic Roma scales, a protractor. I've got a card with some duct tape in there. It doesn't take up too much space. Having said that, by the time I've added in 2 notepads and these pens, we're starting to get a significant bulk to it. It's quite large. Unfortunately I can't do anything because I have to carry those 2 pads in it, but the weight and the size start to get up, and that's the reason I never carry anything and these other 2 retention straps here, these retention loops, because it just makes the bulk and the size too much, especially if you're going to carry this in a jacket pocket or even in cargo pants in there. One of the things I really like about this is the fact you've got easy access to the pens, even when it's in your jacket pocket. You know where they are. They sit nicely. They're attached to your notepads. Really nice when you're in a car, which you're navigating. Often I'll have to read job sheets or street directories. I put this on the dash. I instantly have access to, I can pull a pen out. I can pull out a Sharpie. I've got a light if I need to see. Even while I'm using it, if I have to open up my pad, there's something I have to see and I need the light, just put my thumb, close it, grab the light, back to the same page. Or if I need a pen, do the same thing, and as soon as I finish I put it back. They're not going to go walkies. So really nice feature. The quality's good, not outstanding. I did have to do a bit of work to clean up the threads on this, just to make sure that they didn't run. I do notice that especially when it gets wet, the first place that the water will come in is at the bottom here, just because of the way it sits in my pocket and the zips are exposed, and it goes straight into the bottom of these notepads. Now this is right in the rain, doesn't matter, this one isn't. You know, you expect to get wet, and so it's nothing unexpected, but yeah, just for some reason, first place the water seems to get into is the bottom here of the notepad. I paid $10 Australian for it. I'm not sure whether it's the price I should have paid. For that price,